Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nesha and this is KSP 1.2. So today we go into Minmus, as I call it, and we are just gonna fly by there and actually downloaded some contracts packs so we get more inspiration what we're gonna do in this episode. So our objective is to fly by it, but we will actually gonna orbit it so our scientist Charlene can gather as much science as possible at Minmus. So I will do things a little bit differently how I usually do things. We will not see the launch here because you guys have seen me launch a couple million times, almost. If you round it off, it's a couple of million times. So you will see a time warp of this, but let's make a countdown. 3, 1, 2, 0. And we are off. So let's meet each other at the orbit. Okay, something exploded, but I think it was the tanks and not my ship, so we are fine. We was actually going so fast, so we got this re-entry. The air was so heated, so it turned into fire. But there is nothing to worry about, so let's coast ahead. Okay, so we almost made the orbit here. I'm just gonna make it more even here, so let's just get that number up, and I will go slowly here so it doesn't go too crazy. So yeah, that's a good orbit. So we have 462 delta V left at this part here, so that's nice because we can use that extra delta V. So we have a lot of delta V. So you can see you have, if you build a simple Minmus orbit rocket I built, you have more than enough to make orbit. I was lucky enough to get a very good launch. So as you can see, at our current orbit is measured very well because these go straight through the globe here. It's even 19 degrees equatorial. How you now pronounce that. So that is very nice if we go into the moon because we are matched at orbit. But we are not going to the moon. We go into a different moon named Minmus. So here we have it. So let's set out as targets, and one of the things you can notice is right away, it has a very different travel. It travels around here and then it's inclined here. So we need to change our inclinations to match that one, so we can easier catch that one. So let's do it at the descending node here. You can see here. We are minus 6 degrees off, so we have to adjust for that. So let's make an adjustment here, and we are going up and down, so it's normal or anti-normal in nerd rocket science language. So let's see, I want to go, I think I want to go positive. Yeah. That was what I wanted to do. So yeah, we are already matching this up. So let's get that close by. We're almost 0.2. Let's see. Let's see if we move our node a bit back and forth with my plus and minus here. So maybe we can fix that. Oh, that is a very good sign when that happens, because that means we are very close there. Okay, so let's go back again and see if you can make that number 0. That will be... Oh, sorry. I'm clicking on the wrong things. Yeah, so there we have an inclination of 0, so that means we are matching the inclination of Minmus orbit perfectly, which will make everything easy, but there is still the issue that I'm the pilot, so many things can still go wrong. And one of the things, I will adjust it over here because we have 90 minutes to our maneuver node to execute that. That will almost take that time to turn this rocket around, because we have what it calls react wheels here that makes the rocket turn, but it has to turn everything up there, and our mass is probably around here, so it's Valentina has to really pull that joystick to get it here, but it seems like we are okay, and you can see now we got speed up. It was a little bit one of the things that is easy to do though is to turn, and so let's turn our nav ball. That is a very easy thing, but as you can see, it's a kinda... Okay guys, I've made a newbie mistake. I had Valentina go in prograde and I tried to catch the target. That made everything extra... that made everything super complicated when it really didn't have to be so complicated. So now I'm finally traveling towards our target node. Is that blue one there? If you're colorblind, it looks like a target, yeah. Okay guys, this took me almost 3 minutes to do, so you understand why it could be a good idea to just dump that big part. Or you could install an extra reaction wheel on your rocket. That is also a solution for this. So we only need to burn like 5 seconds, so let's see, we are maneuver node, so let's go over here. One of the benefits of warping at least is that it stays on target at least, so that's a good thing. So I will execute my maneuver from here. I'm gonna just try to... Okay, I have a hard time reading the green lights here, so maybe I should go out of map mode. I think I will do that because visibility is important. So we are 3 minutes out. Let's see if I can. Okay. It seems we are not turning. For some reason we are not turning. That is not good. I'm thinking about dumping this part because nothing is happening. Maybe something else broke down. Okay, I will fast go to track station and back because that can fix where the controls. How do... Oh, I know. Still have 1 minute. I know what the problem is. Rookie mistake. But I am a rookie. We don't have power. That's what's going on. Yeah. We didn't have power enough, but... so... Yeah, rookie... So now I can turn my rocket. Thankfully, I remember that I was really, really stumped by it here, so... I'm just turning the camera in this angle just because otherwise I can't read this number here. So... Just... I'm just... want a number. I just want a number. Yeah, so all my struggling with the reaction wheel has... we have to charge up our power, but we have 2 solar panels and it goes very fast there, so we don't have to worry. So cool. So let's... I will time warp for you guys and we will... Oh, that's the moon. Okay, it's time. And 4. So let's check our inclination now. is at 0, so that was a well executed maneuver from me. I'm starting to learn things, you go. So the next part we're gonna go transfer to Minmus. So let's get just rid of this part. I will do it like that, so you can see it separate here, and then I will just activate my. Okay, so I just activated my engine, so I activated it at 0, so we didn't screw things up. So cool. So let's get out of the map mode and let's remove that one. Oh, sorry, yeah. So let's see where we have Minmus. It's going there, so I'm thinking we want to approach around here then. So if we put a node around here then, and then we will go 850. Yes. Cool. So the thing is, you see the prograde, we just little number, it will go faster and faster and faster, because yeah, we have less. Kerbal's gravity becomes weaker and weaker the longer we travel, of course. So okay, so let's see. Or if we can get approach. So the closest approach is 900. Yeah, it's not that great. I will guess we will have a better chance around here. Closest approach. And then let's get that down. We have to just find a good spot. I think it's a bit too early. I thought something happened here. It was just maybe the yeah, I saw something, yep. Cool, so we have our approach there. So let's see how close it is. Perhaps. So let's focus on you. See what's going on here. It's easier to see from here. So here we have Minmus, our planet. We are gonna visit or orbit it here. So yep, that's good enough. So if we go smaller numbers, we should be able to go closer. No, that is not how it works. But we can go prograde, small steps, and we get closer and closer and closer. And I think that is a good enough. I think that's a good approach. We will find a justice, because if I go too far, we can remember that the prograde will take us that way, and then we can go retrograde to go back, so we can adjust back and forth here. So I think that is awesome, and that is easy. And what made it so easy, I only used prograde, but it was because we matched up perfectly to Minmus, so it's worth the time doing, at least in my opinion. So let's see, we have 5 minutes to our 5 minutes and 46 seconds to our maneuver node. Let's see how it looks from there. Okay, I have just I don't know how to switch back to my chip, so I just tab everything here. I don't want to get spoilers from my viewers. Yeah, some of my viewers actually don't have this game, so that's why I don't like to show it until we go there. So let's see, we are here, so let's line ourselves up with the target. Let's check our electric shark is healthy, so but we will not need a lot of will not need a lot of reaction wheels action here to line this up. So let's see here. I like to orient myself there. It's easier to go up and down if you it's up and down and right and left. Otherwise you have to kind of adjust for it. So I like to orient myself like this. Okay, cool. So what we should do, but I will not do, is to save. But I'm confident in my navigation skills. I can go to Minmus without saves. Okay, I'm probably gonna eat this up. I will probably screw something up. So That's awesome. So what we want to do now is divide that number with 2, so with 2 seconds plus 42 seconds, 1 minute, that's 32 seconds, will be born, and that will mean that we will burn half before it and half after it, but usually it doesn't turn out in that way, so yeah, we will see how it, let's do some post-production time warp here, because I don't want the time warp. That is how I screw up. Most of my mistake is because I time warping, so I will just patiently wait until we are 32 seconds. Okay guys, it's time to almost execute our maneuver here. We are dialed in here. It should, if I mess this up, it should be easy to guess when I need to go. So we are almost there at... Oh, we are there. Let's go. I think it will slow down about when we are 100 delta V left to burn, so we can slow it down, so I can dial it in a bit more carefully. Adjusting our course. Fine, adjusting our course here. I'm concentrating. Okay, cool. I'm confident we don't need this any longer, so I will just lock on our target and go very slowly till we hit the approach here. Going on the slowest possible speed, and it still makes a difference here. I want to see the approach happening, so I can adjust it. I kind of like that. I don't trust the maneuver nodes perfectly, so... Okay, so we have approached here, so let's go to focus on Minmus here. So if we still goes a bit like this, we get closer. And now I feel like I want to do some fine adjustments. I want less than nothing when I'm here, so let's turn our engines thrust limited to 20%, so it will work on 20%, so we can fine adjust this number here. I think we can go in the pro grade. So let's check our number here, and we can see, look, we have total control over what's happening. So this works very well. It's fine adjusting. Okay, cool, so that was 143, and I'm thinking I want to go half of that speed, so let's put that to 10, and we can do the fine adjustment now. So we are back here, let's click on that. Because it's so small adjustment, I'm just notching here, you can see me notching up and down there. Okay, and that is a very good approach there. That looks awesome. So I will tab back to my ship, and there we have our ship. So let's see for our course here. We are more or less going straight there, and that is because I made a very good inclination before we went. Let's put up this maneuver node. So yeah. Look, we can see it closing up here. So yeah, I'm going in steps here. So I kinda like to do that. Let's see if we can see. Let's just check. So yeah, we want that back 100, yeah. Wondering if we can spot a Minmus here. I don't see it here, but it could be under us, and otherwise So go back to map mode. Oh yeah, it's over there, so it will travel a bit here. Let's see if we can see it this time. This is the way we are traveling. No Minmus here. Yeah, so it's like 9 days travel to go here. So we are just floating slowly in space here. But I'm wondering where. And the reason like I like to call it, there we have it. And the reason like why I like to call it Minmus is because Maximus in Latin means the greatest of them all or the biggest of them all. So Minmus must be the smallest of them all. I'm not sure if that is true. As I said before, when here we're switching over, so the sphere of influence we will be sucked in by the gravity by Minmus here. So and we're getting closer to it. Closer, we can see here we have it. So there we have our planet. I'm not sure, I don't think you call it a planet. So now we want to make an orbit around Minmus so we can check it out, some science, and so it's easiest to think, I think the easiest place to make orbit is around the periapus. So, but I think, yeah, let's stay, that is a good number, so let's stay around between this number of 40,000 and 45,000, let's say that. Okay, so to start making an orbit is easier to handle over here, so we will just take the natural periapus we have, and then you more or less will get our orbit right away without having to resort to too much adjustments. So yeah, I would practice a lot with the navigation tools here, so see a little bit more. And as you can see, the delta V cost is very minor here, and it will not cost a lot more to get back to Kerbal. So I wouldn't never have to do that super slow turn I did with my rocket here. I could skip that. So that is a nice orbit. I think that is what we should add. I'm not sure if that's the polar orbit. I think so. It's quite, yeah, so that is, I'm happy with that approach. So, just in case I screw everything up, I will save here. Okay, so I saved here in case I time warp us to our death or something. That probably things. So let's time warp. We are 1 hour, so let's time warp here. So we're getting closer, we're floating in space, and bam, we are here 140,000 meters from there. It looks like we have the dark side here, so we have 8 minutes until we have to do something about our orbit. We are made around Minmus here, so let's find our target. Oh, that was a little bit too aggressive. Yeah, oh yeah. I was fighting Valentina again. We are not friends. We always fight about the controls. So yeah, she was pointing to the prograde again. But this time I knew something was going wrong here. So I will line up our target here in our nav ball. Yeah, we are going backwards. Retrograde is the space name for it. So we will break here, and then this planet will catch us. So yeah. So let's see. I'm thinking I want to do this from the map view because it's easier to see what's happening. We're gonna take a orbit, go around here, and check this planet out. So let's see here. Let's start by going here. So we need to divide 47, so that is 23 and a half seconds. So let's start our burn start burning around. We don't need a lot of burning here. We are just talking about 230 delta V. So this is kind of very fine-tuned things here. So it's a fine-tuning to just get around here because the gravity is very weak here. So, and we're traveling very slow. So, okay. So I will do a post-production time warp there. I got impatient in time warp, but I shouldn't do stuff like that. It can mess everything up. So 40 seconds, so we need to wait 20 seconds. Okay, we are close. Only 3 seconds left, so let's bounce. And it looks very good. So let's just continue in this speed. Okay, I'm happy with that. It is not perfect. It doesn't need to be. So let's get into more scenery mode here, so we can check our planets out here. Oh, okay. Now I got paranoid. Yeah, we have more. I don't want to. Yeah, I know I had it, but I had to check. I didn't know. I was paranoid or something. So let's check this planet out by going. Okay, so this is a good speed. So here we have Minmus, the smallest moon in the Kerbal system. I'm not sure if there are other moons that is even smaller. And what does this little planet reminds me of? It reminds me of, you know, when I was a kid, you had this small coin automats where you put in and you can get a small round chewing gums. And I never really liked that chewing gum a lot, but I thought it was a fun thing to do because going to the food store is just boring when you are a kid. And this is kind of like what Minmus is. It's kind of like a chewing gum ball that someone has chewed out and has spit out because they didn't like it. And it seems like we have excellent landing thing there. It seems very flat. That is probably where we're gonna land when it comes back. And we have more flat landing places here to go. So yeah, I think this planet be easy to land on because after all, if we check our we are just going in 133 meters per second going around here. That means like we will need almost no delta V to land here. Maybe it can be hard in the opposite things because we're gonna, if you use your throttle too much, you will go up again. So, but I think it should be easier place to land than the moon we was before. I haven't landed on this planet before. I've actually not been here either, but I only train with the navigation tools to learn them, and I think I have demonstrated very well that I can handle. I think we can go everywhere in space now because I have the navigation skills to take us everywhere in space. So let's see here. What I'm gonna do here is what I'm gonna do here is go around so Charlene can gather some science for us, so we have some nice upgrades when we arrive back to Kerbal. And this is nothing you want to see. I only just go around, stop, gather science, stop, gather science. But you can see the result when we arrive at Kerbal. So see you in a second for you, but probably 50 meters later for me.